See if we like that. Yes. In a word, yes. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today I thought that we would do a fall look, shopping my stash for some stuff that I have not touched in far too long. It's kind of embarrassing, actually, like how much stuff I have and then I end up using the same core products. And so I went in on my storage and everything back there and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how exciting some of these products are. So we're going to try and use things today for every step I have not used in a very, very long time. So that, and we're going to be doing a fall eye look with none other than the Aether Beauty Summer Solstice Palette, which we can just call the Fall Equinox palette for the purposes of this video, because I really feel like the color story lends itself really well to that. And I don't think that I've ever done, I mean, you can see that there's been a lot of love to this palette, but it hasn't really been on camera that much, which I feel like is kind of a crime. So I'm gonna move you guys in and we're going to try and get as far out of my comfort zone as far as the products are concerned as I possibly can. You'll probably see some things that you haven't seen in a while, and then we're also going to do just a really lovely fall eye look. Hopefully it's lovely. So let's jump in. Hello. I am already experiencing a little bit of dry skin this morning. So something that I have not gotten enough use out of in my stash is this SOS spray from Tower 28. It's supposed to actually be really good for inflammation in your skin, and I know that a lot of us are experiencing maskne right now. I just wondered if this might help. Also, Mother Dirt. I don't have that on hand, it's in my refrigerator, but it is the probiotic spray that I use on my face all the time. That has proven to be really great to spray underneath my mask because it's going to keep the bacteria from multiplying, or if it does multiply, they kumbaya. I'm not a scientist. It's been a while since I've used any kind of spray on my face because we're usually working with cream products in the summertime. And today I think we're going to go for like a powder look, again, outside my comfort zone. So one of the products, there it is, that I haven't used in ages that I love, and it needs to get more love on my channel, is the UOMA Beauty Say What? Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. And I cannot for the life of me find the concealer that goes with it. I spent like 15 minutes earlier trying to look for it, and it has everything to do with my lack of organizational skills right now, but like I really am like fresh out of energy at the moment. Everyone in every video asks me what brush this is. And it is an older version of the IT Cosmetics for Ulta. I believe it's called the Full Coverage Foundation Brush. And it is so lovely and soft. It's also triangular, so it gets into little angles really easily. And I use it all the time. I love it so much. I think that the IT Cosmetics for Ulta brushes are fantastic. That is just, oof, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I haven't been in the habit actually of using concealer lately, so maybe we'll get away with not using concealer at all because the coverage is really good on this, and I don't love the white socket that I used to get when I used concealers a lot more because I tended to think that they needed to be really brightening. You know, in the Rare Beauty video, a lot of people were like, I think that that concealer is too light for you, and I was like, I think you're right. But the more natural look, I feel like, comes from doing a color corrector, and that's maybe what I'll do, is just a little bit of that Becca color corrector. I know we said that we were gonna get completely out of the comfort zone today, but that is definitely a product that I can't dupe, you know? I am going to be, because you guys requested it so much, reviewing the new Kjaer liquid foundation. I did order it, but it's a pretty lousy shade range, and I think that what I'm going to do is try it so that I can get a credible opinion, and if I end up liking it, then I will offer some dupes formula-wise, because honestly, like, there's nothing new on the planet anymore. That's also kind of too light. I did self-tan, so it's like not my shade anymore, but that's okay. We can always bronze. But yeah, I thought that that would probably be helpful if I could compare it to other formulas that have better shade ranges, probably. So yeah, like I said, let's go in with a little bit of color corrector underneath my eyes. This is definitely one of my favorite things that I've discovered this year. I didn't discover this product this year, I don't think, but this tactic of skipping concealer and just doing a little bit of color correction. I'm not sure how this would work on oilier skin. Mine just soaks it right up. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like pouring down rain on and off right now outside. It's truly welcome in my life. Again, tomorrow is the first day of actual proper fall, and it actually kind of feels like it outside, which is pretty miraculous for Austin. So before I try and match this color situation right here, I feel like I've already created an obstacle for myself to solve for, but that's fine. I'm going to go in with a brand new setting powder. This is from Kokie. I just opened this. They sent this to me recently in my first ever PR package from them. And it's just a regular translucent powder, so I figured I'd give her a shot today. I don't know what it is about fall makeup, but it's like I want more coverage because I want more color. Which is weird because I always use a lot of, you know, blush and things like that. I got obviously a new person on my Rare Beauty video who commented exasperated, like, why do you just keep putting on blush? And I'm like, welcome to my channel. Because it's appropriate and I like it that way. That's actually, I mean, it's a beautiful powder. There are very few powders that I've met that I don't like. So it does kind of increase coverage a little bit, but I think that what I like about it is just how quickly it matted everything down. What is on my face? It's a fun game to play. What's on my face? So I have the Lip Bar little palette here. This is the Go Off Minute Finish Face Palette, and it has a really great contour shade in it for me. Like, that is just such a good kind of gray tone. So I'm just going to take this Eco Tools brush. This is the full powder brush. This one's easier to find than the one that I use. This is the bane of my existence because I love this brush so much and you can't find it anywhere. It's like they don't make it anymore, but I don't have like something that's this loose in any other brush. And it's just so good for dabbing powder on without picking your product back up. If anybody has a loose powder brush that's cruelty-free that they like, that's like this, and I mean, God, it's so hard to match something that's as affordable as Eco Tools. But anyway, going in with this guy, gonna try and see if this formula agrees with what I would like to do here. That's actually really, really nice. Really nice. I don't know, it's kind of like how I talk about evening makeup versus daytime makeup. It's kind of an antiquated thought process, right? Because I think that you should wear whatever you want, whenever you want. But there's definitely something to be said for fall versus, or like winter versus summer makeup. I feel like I can get away with like playing a little bit more, pushing it a little bit more with cool weather because I feel like the makeup's gonna stay put a little bit better. It's why it's kind of unfair to test foundations in this weather too, is just because everything is gonna perform better. That's it's almost got green under it. And I've said this before a long time ago, but you know, I took oil painting classes when I was a kid, and I remember painting my first self-portrait and having to color mix, which as an Aries is like color mixing is just not fun. And I'm gonna use this like matte light powder right here to kind of like bring all that together to the same texture because I can. That's actually so pretty. I don't know why I don't use this palette more. It's so nice and it's so easy to work with. Look at that. My goodness. Lip bar. I'm pretty sure that this is at Target too. It's awesome. I'm gonna go in with the blush while we're here. But yeah, when I was painting my first self-portrait, I was just shocked at how much green was in my complexion, how much green was in my hair. It's kind of interesting. It's like things you wouldn't know until you have very like esoteric experiences like that. A lot of people ask me what the best way to find their undertone is, and I'm like, watch someone else's video because I have no idea. I used to think that I had golden undertones and that I was very warm complected, and it was mainly because I was dyeing my hair the wrong color and self-tanning all the time. And when I finally just went to my natural hair color, and well, I still self-tan, but I guess like not that aggressively, I found that I'm pretty neutral. So I guess it's a journey, just like everything else. I want to do some more blush because I can. And I'm gonna go into actually the Patrick Ta because we haven't seen She's Seductive in a while. And I do feel like even though I didn't put anything under my eyes, it's still giving me that like weird reflective socket. So I'm gonna actually take a little bit of that light shade out of there and do that. Did that work? That's nice. This is a great little palette. I'm gonna come back to this for the highlight. Now, the Patrick Ta, this again is called She's Seductive, is a very lovely kind of like sheer, deeper rose color. Very nice. I also haven't bronzed. I said I was like, oh, we're gonna need to bronze. I'm not bronzing. Oh, isn't she lovely? No, she's seductive. I like this brush because it has kind of a point on it. You know, well, when it's properly groomed, it kind of has a point on it, so you can get more precision than you would think. You guys were so sweet on my video on Friday. Oh my gosh, sometimes I just need to make a video where I talk about all the ways that I feel. I feel like that's getting a little bit muddy. Almost like we need to lighten it up with something sort of rosy. Yes, this is the new Aether Amber palette. I'm gonna go in with that peach shade and really just pop. That's the one. That's the one. Oh, and suddenly I just look healthy and flushed because it was just getting a little bit too cool toned and muddy on me. And so just lighten her up. Oh, isn't that nice? Again, I'm going sponge lady. Ooh, ooh, isn't that, wow. Yeah, blush is everything. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. So I'm going to use that highlight real quick from the Lip Bar palette. I'm using the same brush for everything. I don't know. I feel like because of that Kokie powder, everything is going, this is gonna sound weird, everything's going onto my face. Nothing's getting left on the brush and the brush isn't getting gummed up because that powder was so effective. Like it set that foundation, like done, work on top of it, free will. You don't feel like you have to grant it any favors or be careful or anything because everything just like, it's like working almost on top of just a dry surface. Okay, Again, we have a little bit of like a green gold undertone here. It's not what I'm used to, but I like it. It took me, so I was like, do I like that? But like, it's kind of going with this camel color that I'm wearing. I don't always try and match my makeup to my outfit, but today's the day. It's just not often that I run across a product that I use every single shade in. All right, I am going in with some of my Urban Decay Primer Potion, just because it's what I have sitting in front of me. For my eyeshadow, I'm actually really excited to play in this palette today. I haven't played in it in so long. Mainly because there's just been so much coming out lately and I've just been playing in a lot of glitters and stuff, and that's what's such a shame sometimes is you just kind of forget about your favorites, you know? Because this formula is so, like I was just looking at the Urban Decay palettes and it occurred to me, I was like, the whole reason that I don't even own Urban Decay palettes really is because this formula is so similar to them and I have so many Aether palettes, so why do I always knee-jerk towards buying something when I probably already have it? Just going to set that with some translucent so that everything goes on really evenly. Yeah, I like this powder a lot. Kokie is also drugstore, so they're going to be very affordable. Although, and I haven't done the math on this, I actually don't know how much this is. I'll put the price on the screen, but it doesn't look like very much product. 0.18 ounces versus, I don't know, I have the Ilia sitting here in front of me and it is 0.32 ounces. So almost twice as much, not quite, but you know, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes the drugstore is a little bit deceiving. I'm sure this is still very, very affordable though. Pulling out my Wayne Goss brushes here because they are my favorites. I am loving my complexion right now. There is something really satisfying about doing a little bit more coverage and like a powdered look when it is cool outside and the makeup doesn't feel like it's gonna gum up and go everywhere. Plus I'm gonna do a finishing spray at the end so that we get a little bit more like melted down dewy look. But let's go ahead and start here. This is just so lovely. Everything starts with a transition shade. And then I'm gonna go into this next deeper one right here that is a little bit warm. Actually, a lot of them are mostly warm, so we are gonna be playing in some warm tones today, and I think that that is the fall vibe, but I don't necessarily think that you should feel boxed in by that. If you don't have warm undertones to your skin, that doesn't mean that you can't wear fall colors. There are plenty of cool toned versions of fall colors. And I think that even things like burgundies and reds and purples and stuff, you know, there are obviously ways to, you know, find those kinds of shades that have cool undertones to them. And I think that they tend to be very beautiful. It's another thing where I think that actually the Aether palettes are like one of the first things that enlightened me to the fact that I can get away with wearing as many cool tones on my face as I can. Because I was under the impression, I think that, you know, there was just this big wave for a long time of just Kardashian makeup where everything was warm. And it didn't occur to us that the Kardashians all have really warm skin, you know? So, and I've also seen, like, when you watch certain seasons of the Kardashians, because honestly, the only reason I watch the Kardashians is because it's just totally, well, brain turn off kind of TV, but also I like studying their makeup. It's kind of a case study. It's sort of a masterclass in, like, you know, highlight and contour and then, you know, dial it back like 10 notches or whatever. But I do always think that especially Kim's makeup is just very interesting. And there was a period of time in the show, I think season 16, where she was wearing a lot of cool tones and she also had her hair blonde and she was having herself lit in her testimonials in like almost like this blue cool light. If only you could have a flattering light that follows you around everywhere you go, right? None of this is coming off as dramatic as I was expecting it to. I want to play in the burgundies today. I'm actually going to pull this sort of orangey shade all the way up. Not all the way up, but, you know, let her blend a little. And I'm really just like drawing right in my socket. There's no science here. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting back to basics. Do I want to go in the greens or do I want to go in the purples? Someone left a comment on my eyeshadow roundup video that said, I think they said, like, I think the purples would look good on you. And because I was like, purples don't really work on me. It's not that purples don't work on me, it's that blue purples don't work on me. Red purples work fine. So maybe we will test that theory today and go with some red purple right in the crease here. Because sometimes colors read differently on your skin than they do in the pan. I've learned that cool toned, not cool toned necessarily, but like lavenders look really at home in my crease, which is just really strange because I don't necessarily think of myself as a purple wearer. It's just something that I never realized, you know, worked on my skin probably until I tried Echo. Is it Echo from the Glossier Sky Washes? And then I was like, oh wait, I should gravitate more towards this. I hope everybody had a nice kind of decompressing sort of weekend. I did. Yesterday was my virtual baby shower with my my in-laws, my husband's family, and it was so nice. Just like, honestly, upwards of like 20 people on Zoom. Just wanted to see our nursery, which is, by the way, like pretty much done at this point. I hung our blackout curtains, and you know, the nursery doesn't even need to be done because the baby's going to be sleeping in a bassinet in our room for probably the first, you know, handful of months or so. But it is just like my happy place. That room is my happy place. I'm taking a little bit of the deeper brown, mixing it with like the lighter, warmer brown and putting it here. Probably going to have to back my way back out of that at some point. It's a little much. That escalated quickly. I still think we can work with that. What is this shade like? That's so pretty. Actually, I'm gonna start with that on my lid. Oh, yes. And then maybe we'll do a little bit of gold. Oh, that's so moody, isn't it? People are like, what does moody mean? I think I mean evening. I think I mean smoky sexy, you know? It's funny, we don't like just play with makeup that often on my channel. I kind of miss doing that. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not e.l.f., this is Sigma. Haha. This is the Eye Shading E55. I do have an e.l.f. brush that looks just like this somewhere. I'm gonna dip into that same shade and just, this brush is very similar to just using your fingertip. So that's why I like it so much. And then I'll just kind of dip it and go underneath here. I have such deep set eyes that I wish that it was, you know, easier for me to get that lower lash line, but it can often go haywire pretty quickly. Oh my goodness. I've been having so many dreams lately. Like, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I dreamt that my cousin had a secret baby. And it was so real. Like, it took me probably the rest of the night of just kind of tossing and turning to realize that that didn't happen. It was, yeah, it's just been the most vivid dreams. And I'm pretty sure that the baby is in the process of dropping. I'm not experienced in this at all, but my mom told me when I sent her a picture yesterday, she's like, oh, he's definitely lower than he was. I'm going into this really beautiful, this is such an easy shade for me to wear. I mean, it's practically my skin color. And I'm just using that to kind of blend around the edges here. These are definitely shades that I have been meaning to use on camera for such a long time, and I just haven't for some strange reason. And then we also have this really beautiful shade up here that works great as a highlight, so we're gonna use that. I am officially 35 weeks today. It's so funny how, like, when, I guess because, you know, it's my first pregnancy, I just kept thinking it was just never gonna end. It's weird how you just like you just have to set your own expectations up in a way where you aren't so impatient, because you will just start to lose your mind. You'll just start to unravel, you know? You're just like, when am I gonna have this baby? And then when it finally is like imminent, it's almost hard to wrap your head around the concept that you're actually about to have a baby. I am having those feelings right now where I'm just like, oh wait, you mean this is actually about to happen? Because that's what I thought I wanted this whole time, but it's kind of crazy when it's really about to happen. There are 2 shades here that have potential. There's this gold right here, and there's this kind of pinky shade. And I think I want to go with the pinky shade, kind of just as a little wash on the top. Let's see if we like that. Yes. In a word, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. It's giving me that subtle shift of berry that I didn't know I needed. I'm gonna put that a little bit on the lower lash line too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like that a lot. Oh man, clean up my crease just a little bit. Shimmers in the crease start to look a little bit muddy. I'm gonna take a tiny little brush from my Goss, dip back into that pink, and kind of, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I know that I'm going to get frustrated with myself because I can't see very well. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Without my glasses, everything looks great. Make sure that we're blended because I have a tendency to get into editing. And I'm just like, oh, that's so distracting. It's so lopsided, and probably no one else cares, but I care, so. Let's go in with some eyeliner, something that, again, I haven't used in a while. Should we do black eyeliner? I like hardly ever use this Wayne Goss black eyeliner, but then we'd have to use black mascara, and I don't even know if I have. Yeah, I have black mascara. I've got the Hourglass. I can use that. So this is the Essential Eye Kohl Pencil from Wayne Goss in Obsidian. I think that I can get a little more inner corner highlight than that. We'll see. Ooh, haha, I'm working in the milk thing right now, so the Flex highlighter, so let's do it. she's nearsighted, and actually apparently pregnancy makes it worse. So I have excuses. Something that has been happening recently that I'm very embarrassed about, and this is a really weird phenomenon because I feel like it happens kind of around Libra season for me anyway. I could just totally be my imagination, but it's definitely a phenomenon of pregnancy brain, which is that I've become very rude in ways that honestly are really embarrassing. Like, I don't notice when someone's coming up behind me that I should like hold a door open for. And I just let it slam in their faces. And then I'm falling all over myself apologizing. Or like I walk up to my mailbox and not realizing someone else is right at theirs and that they got there first, and I just step right in front of them like a jerk. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. I have no extra attention to give in order to divide it right now. I'm just like trying to remember how to walk. The black is beautiful. It's actually incredible. And Victoria Beckham came out with a brown version of her eyeliner that I've been fighting myself on. Like, I'm about to take a bunch of time off for having a baby. Do I need a $34 eyeliner? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I just made that up. This little e.l.f. double-ended brush. This thing is old as the hills. I think it was free. They love to send you lots of goodies if you order directly from the e.l.f. website, which I did a while ago, and so that they gave me a spoolie with a little pencil brush on the other side. Eyeliner it's just really everything, especially when your eyes are as like close set as mine. It really makes a big difference. We're gonna even do something different and outside my comfort zone. Not outside my comfort zone, but outside of my routine on my eyebrows today. So I have the brow pencil from M Cosmetics that is honestly great. It's a great product. Everybody told me when I first reviewed her products that I was missing out by not buying the brow products, and you guys were right. They're very, very good. I want to review that mascara. If that package, the PR package of the rest of the stuff that they wanted to send me doesn't come this week, I'm just gonna go ahead and review the mascara, and then we'll do another M Cosmetics video. I'm never over her products. They're always really interesting. All the formulas are really interesting. And then I also have her brow mousse, and it opens like this. Wise up, Khaki. And I like this guy because it actually does have a good bit of hold. I had this out, and then I also had the Patrick Ta one out. But this is the one that, you know, you can only use so many products on your face in one day. And this is just such a satisfying product. Look how much hold it has. Okay, now everything on my complexion looks a little bit desaturated, doesn't it? I feel like we need just a little bit more blush, and I'm gonna go back into that Aether palette because this color is just unreal. And I feel like it did a really good job at adding something instead of just muddying. So I'm gonna just do a little more of that. It's just so peachy. I don't know, did I tell you guys which one this is? This is the Amber palette. This was in my Friday video 2 Fridays ago that I had to take down, and I just was so sad because I like this colorway specifically so much. It's so good. Might even go with that like deeper shade, just a little. I think this look can carry the weight. And then I'm gonna go back into the Lip Bar palette and touch into the contour shade. And I'm gonna bring that from the outside of my eyes up here. That's another thing that I notice when I'm editing is that I almost look like I have like a sunglasses tan. I like never put anything right there, and I don't know why. I think maybe because it's just an annoying spot to try and get to. But even when Kiki G was first teaching me how to contour in a video, not personally, she talks about how this is one of the like best places to put a contour because it kind of draws your face up a little bit. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's put on some mascara, and just to do something different, and like I said, I wanted to use something, a black mascara. We're gonna go with the Hourglass Unlocked. You know, I put this sweater on and I was like, I feel like kind of fussy. And I think I bought this sweater thinking there are days where I want to be a little bit fussy looking. You know, I wanted to have like a, I don't know, a Gossip Girl moment. You put it on with no makeup and it's like, I don't know, kind of look a little silly, but man, when you really doll your face up, suddenly everything goes together and you feel so fancy, even though I'm wearing Lululemon leggings right now with this sweater and no bra, because bras are evil even when you're not pregnant. The Lululemon leggings are trying to leave my body because my belly is, it's just getting past capacity. I cannot believe, I know plenty of people who've gone into labor at 36 weeks and I cannot believe that is a week away from me right now. That's just crazy. Do I want a little bit of glitter? Do I want a little bit of glitter on my eyes? Just a little bit of the scattered light from Hourglass, just a little bit. I'm gonna take it on like a small brush and just go like here with it. Give us just a little bit of something. A little bit of excitement. A little bit of sparkle. You know? That might not have made a difference to you, but it made a difference to me. It's like wearing nice lingerie. No one knows. You know. And then let's do my lips. Actually, let's go ahead and spritz my face. Guess what I haven't used in a while? Any kind of setting spray, really. I've used Hourglass here and there, but I have not used the Autumnal in ages. Are my lashes dry? Okay. Experiencing some clogging with the sprayer because it's been way too long since I used that. So that was fun. Let's do my lips and let's not do what we always do. Something that I've been meaning to use on camera for, I don't know, a year or something. No, not that long, but this is a Lisa Eldridge Velvet lipstick that I ordered ages ago and I have obviously used it, but I've never used it on camera, like an idiot. And actually, this Sepia lip pencil from Goss looks like it's like the same color. So let's do that. And I'm actually gonna use my Bite Lip Primer first because I don't trust me. I don't trust me to put this in the right place and keep it there. This thing is awesome, by the way. It's just a really good little insurance measure. I don't have the glosses yet, though. I really thought they were gonna send them to me. If they don't, I'll probably buy them. Okay, Sepia. Look at that shade. It's like almost the tan of my sweater, but it's like a little rosier. You just can tell he spent so much time on these shades. And for those who might be new here, I'm not really sure, but I don't line my Cupid's bow. I find it to be a little bit too graphic on me. I feel like my lips look bigger when I sort of let that part fade out. So this is actually one of the most beautiful formulas. It's a matte, but it's really, really soft and creamy. The outside of the actual lipstick bullet is this incredible like velvet texture. Lisa Eldridge, that woman is my hero. So. Ooh, it just has a texture like nothing else. It really just feels different. My lips are a little bit dry though, and everything is a little bit matte, so I think I do want to pop a gloss on top of that. Let's pull out a Goss gloss. Again, we haven't used one in a while. I'm gonna use Hibiscus because it doesn't just have a really lovely texture to the actual formula, but it also has a little bit of shimmer that gives you the illusion of plumper lips. Just a little bit. You overload lip color or lip products like one on top of the other and you end up with that weird mucky thing. I don't want that. I don't like mucky. Wow, yeah. Just a little bit of sheen goes a long way for me on my lips. And while that on me was fine, I kind of feel like I need a setting spray that's gonna give me more than that. I have a little bit of the Lila Bee Aglow though. This is like what Jaclyn Hill uses after she has put on a whole lot of shimmery thing or a whole lot of matte things. Let's see. Woo! And it gives you a glow. Wow. Gosh. Never underestimate makeup's ability to just like bring your mood to a totally different level. I'm just in a very happy fall place right now. Like, I just, that's so nice. So to review the products that we used, I used the UOMA foundation, absolutely gorgeous. I used my typical Becca color corrector instead of concealer. I actually really, really like this this Kokie powder. It's very pretty. They did send me their new I don't know if this is new, their foundation. I'm terrified to use it though because it's like a full coverage matte and like I'm just really scared I won't like it, so I might use it off camera first. And then I also honestly like revisiting this from the Lip Bar. This is so, so good, and you can order this online as well as Target, I believe. Ulta might even have it, I could be wrong, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. They have all these different colorways, right, for every skin tone, and so this is the fairest one, and they nailed it. They nailed it. It is just so, especially like in comparison to, for example, like the KKW Beauty contour and bronzer palette. The thing is so frustrating. The formula is not that great, and the colors are just, they're not as informed as they should be. This is like, you can tell that they actually tested it on really pale skin because it's just so easy. There's a difference between makeup that works and makeup that works that's also a pleasure. And I'm always seeking out the ones that like make me feel like I know what I'm doing. This makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. I can't say enough about the new guy here, the amber colorway. I just, like, it's got a je ne sais quoi about the colors that when you put them on your skin, at least my skin. I put it on my skin and I'm just like, that is a color I don't have in my collection. I wouldn't know where to find that kind of perfect peachy pink right in the middle. But she does also have the rose quartz colorway for paler days. And then she also has the ruby colorway that is phenomenal on deeper skin tones. And then the Aether Beauty Summer Solstice Palette, which I think she might just be calling Solstice at this point because honestly, it lends itself well to a lot of different seasons, and I love, to use the word again, the moody look that you can get out of this palette. Like, this is something that I wouldn't necessarily have thought would work on me, you know? And then I put it on my eyes and I'm just like, all the yes, just all of it. And it's actually these purples up here, these purples and burgundies work so beautifully. So yeah, just love it. It's a pleasure. And the formula is, as always, just so easy to work with. Again, makes me look like I know what I'm doing. I love the Cosmetics brow products. I do love this mascara. Again, Thrive is always gonna be my favorite. I typically do go for like a brown mascara. I love that it comes in a brown colorway, but today we used the Goss black eyeliner pencil, and so I wanted to go with a black mascara, and I'm actually just kind of loving the elevated smokiness of that. I'm so glad that I finally got to use the Lisa Eldridge lipstick on camera. It matches beautifully with the Sepia pencil from, which I have already chalked across the room apparently, from Goss. Worked absolutely beautifully, and then topping it off with the Goss lip gloss. I'm just very pleased with this look, and it's very secure. There's something about that powder combination with the foundation that it feels locked in. I'm very happy about it. So that is today's fun fall makeup look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about any of these products and how they perform and how they might compare to things, you know, sound off in the comments. We'll try and have a conversation about it. If you guys did enjoy this, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.